So we have two hot water heating systems. One is the solar unit with solar panels on the roof. And the second is a kerosene burner with the kerosene tank there. So normally the solar system will be in operation, and if needed you can even top up the hot water. If it's down too low like it is now, you can plug it in. So here's the plug. So you can just plug it in to the system here in the wall and gain additional hot water. So the hot water comes from the solar panels, which is these pipes here. So hot water coming down on the left hand side, fills the tank, and through the other loop or through the system here, the hot water exits the tank and travels on up into the house for hot water and showers. And this pipe here is the cold water inlet. And nothing to do on the system there, but if it's much colder weather and there isn't sufficient sunshine to heat this up to 50, 60 degrees or so, we can switch over to the kerosene burner as follows. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the kerosene burner in a minute. First of all, we're going to isolate the solar system. So that's the hot water up to the house through this left-hand pipe here. And what we're going to do is just isolate that by turning off that, and we're going to turn off the inlet, which is the cold water, into the system, into the solar tank or the reservoir tank for the solar system. So we've closed those off. That's isolated now, both perpendicular to the direction of the pipe. And what we're going to do is follow these pipes down into the boiler system. And we're going to turn on the equivalent valves on the burner system, on the boiler system. So those two are on now. So you can see in line with the direction of the pipe. In line with the direction of the pipe. So that's activated now. Water, cold water can flow through the bottom, and hot water can exit through this one once we turn on the boiler. So now we're going to plug it in on the wall. And when it hasn't been started for a while, all you got to do is, you can see it's in the off position there. Hold this down for about 3 seconds and it'll come on. If it hasn't been started for a while, it will take 4 to 5 minutes for it to ignite, and another 10 minutes or so for hot water to be generated in the small little tank inside of this. So then there'll be sufficient hot water available if the solar system is not producing enough hot water. And all we have to do then, if we want to reverse that process, is we turn the boiler system off by reversing what we just did earlier, turning it off, plugging it out, isolating the two valves here by turning them 90 degrees like that. I'll just leave that open for the moment. Same for this one down here. And we'll reactivate the solar system by opening these two as follows. It's open. I'll just leave it closed as it was, or as it is for the moment. You just reverse the process and just ensure that if the solar system is active, that the boiler is turned off. Done.